he's a really tough matchup for guys, and if you're going to give him cushion, well, then he's going to catch you and you have to tackle him. So he's been a threat for a couple of years now, and I think everybody's known that. And there's nobody I'd be more excited to get this record than him.
And it seems like how comforting is, because it seems like with Marvin, if you throw it in the general area, he's going to catch it. How comforting is that for you as a quarterback?
No, yeah, that's huge, and I've said it before. I mean, with him and Keenan and Herman and CJ, I mean, those are some huge targets, and they give you air to miss, and Marv definitely is probably the biggest of that group, the biggest range, and definitely makes my job a lot easier.
What do you remember about the early days of his switch to receiver, back when he was new for him?
Yeah, I remember he really struggled with the whole running concept a lot. He'd get about halfway through 7-on-7 and just tell me how lucky I was still in the quarterback room, and that was something he transitioned through. I mean, obviously it's a whole different workload physically, but immediately you could tell he had great hands, and he really understood defenses and our offense coming from a quarterback's perspective, so that made it pretty smooth for him.
How much does that help, the quarterback, having the quarterback's perspective?
Yeah, I think it helps a lot. I think it hurts a lot too, because sometimes he knows when he's not going to get the ball. But I mean, he knows what defenses are doing. He knows when we're checking stuff and what our checks, what our signals are. He's done it all, so it just makes him more comfortable out there.
Shifting back to last week, how nice was it to get back on track offensively after only putting up 3?
Yeah, I think that was something key for us, and definitely we got to put points up to help our defense, and I think we did a lot better job of executing this last week, running and throwing, which helped us play better.
Could you make a switch wide receiver if you had to play out there?
Absolutely.
You have the athleticism Marvin does?
No. I have about as much chance of that as Mossbrecker does being a quarterback.
Not good then.
Yeah, not very good.
The O-line seemed like they played better too. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, they played really well from a protection standpoint and from a blocking standpoint. They opened a lot of holes for Marcus and gave him a lot of room to get some momentum downhill.
You guys look at this, and these next 2 games, people say, are against maybe 2 of the lower teams in the Big Ten, Indiana, Minnesota. Is this a crucial stretch to really get things clicking in the middle of the season? I mean,
well, yeah, I don't think we look at it as teams that are at the bottom of the barrel. We could have lost to Indiana last year in the last second play, and we did lose to Minnesota. They're good Big Ten teams. They're not going to be easy. They both have new staffs, which makes it even a little more of a challenge, and we know that will be the case this week.